just watched an old Stallone movie,
Yep.
Nighthawks. You probably haven't heard of it.
We hadn't either.
We never heard of it.
It was Billy Dee Williams, as many of you know him from Lando Calrissian, right? Calrissian?
Calrissian. Right?
Calrissian Star Wars. This was 81, so, I was like, oh, cool, I know him. And obviously we all know Sylvester Stallone, so those are the two main protagonists in Dark Knights. Night Sky? I feel like we're doing the news. Good evening and welcome.
I'm trying to think of the name of the movie.
Yeah. Hawk Night. Nighthawks.
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 Nighthawks, yeah.
And it kind of takes place primarily in New York City. Epic New York City. But there are other major cities across the world that, the plot kind of moves through. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So basically there's this terrorist and he's going around to different big cities, and his MO is that he'll pick out an attractive girl to, like, I don't even really know why. He just sort of just says,
They said something about hiding his weapons with them, or using them
I guess he would pick these attractive girls, and I guess he could basically start living with them, and then
or whatever,
plant himself in these the nightlife,
the
these local
nightclubs,
in these big city areas, and then he would blow shit up.
But he only had one attack in the middle of the day. Everything else was kind of at night when he would strike, and they said that was to kind of like make everyone afraid. So that was, I guess, interesting. And
oh, by the way, spoilers.
Spoilers! You heard it here first. Spoilers, be warned. Proceed with caution.
Yeah. So then Stallone and Billy Dee Williams are they're these super badass cop guys who have to track him down, and then Stallone gets him in the end.
He does.
Shoots him.
They start the movie with Stallone dressed as a woman carrying a purse walking through New York City street at night, and then he falls into what looks like a trap where these guys are like getting ready to like corner him, surround him, and mug him. And then that wasn't our main antagonist though. He was introduced after that, right? Those are just some like local.
Yeah, that was just them doing. That was just like setting the scene of. This is your cop, undercover guys who
fight crime on the streets.
They beat people up and stuff. And
sometimes their plans get foiled by their own other fellow cops, but we'll get into that in a second. But there's this woman walking down the sidewalk, and then she swings her purse, and then rips off her face, and it's Sylvester Stallone. And he's like chasing someone through the subways in NYC. Then there's like, he plays a convincing woman. And then jumping to the end, as Pat had mentioned, when Sylvester Stallone gets, his name was Deke Da Silva.
Yeah,
Deke Da Silva and Matt Wolf.
Matt Fox. Yeah, Deke Da Silva and Matt Fox.
Yeah, so at the end, Wolfgar is breaking into the house of the Silva's girlfriend.
I'm assuming it was his ex-wife's house, right?
Yeah, because there was a line where you said that's why your wife left you.
Yeah.
So his ex-wife, You see the ex-wife in the kitchen, and he's creeping up on her. And it really turns out it's Stallone. Again, pretending to be a woman, and then he kills the Wolfgar, and credits roll pretty much instantly after that. Kind of an 80s-y ending.
Very 80s.
Yeah.
It ended with a freeze frame.
A freeze frame, yeah. What were your overall thoughts about the movie, though, Pat?
I thought it was pretty good overall. I like the gritty, old-school New York, handheld cinematography kind of thing.
Yeah, they use that well, and there's a lot of handheld shots, and kind of like that creeping kind of camera. I like to think of it like when they're kind of peeking over a corner,
definitely,
or looking over someone's shoulder, kind of a thing.
Whoever saw this definitely saw Dirty Harry.
Yeah,
basically the same movie.
Which I'm pretty sure Dirty Harry definitely came out before this one, right? That was like the 70s.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's what we were thinking kind of right off the get-go. This looks like it was inspired by Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
So
I thought the acting was pretty good.
Yeah.
Stallone did some pretty ridiculous roles. He was pretty restrained in this one.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a caricature or anything.
Outlandish. There were definitely some comical moments, but
Yeah.
you know, I'd say the first 3/4 of the movie were actually pretty grounded,
Yeah.
and then when you get to the point where Sylvester Stallone is hanging from a helicopter, or no, piloting the helicopter.
Piloting the helicopter,
Really
then is
far.
forced to land it.
When the villain goes, he goes to Billy Dee Williams, is like on the radio. He's like, no, you can't come. I want that bastard to come. And
Yeah.
And Billy Dee Williams goes, who? And Sylvester Stallone goes,
Me. And then, so he lands the helicopter and goes up and down the little gable, you know. But yeah, it was really good. The ending was a little crazy. And then they had like, what's that Sandra Bullock movie, Speed with the bus? It wasn't quite as long as the sequence, obviously, but they, you know, he's on the bus and he gets some air and then crashes into the river, and then no one can bother to wait around to find him, arrest/kill him when he surfaces.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, we found an address on Shaka. And I was like, oh, good enough for me. And everyone just left the
yeah,
scene.
they know that this terrorist is he's in the river, and Stallone is like hanging around by the edge looking for him, and then Billy Dee Williams just comes up and goes, come on, let's go. They don't really explain why, they just leave, and then it's like, he got away. It's like, well, yeah, because all the cops left.
Yeah, so the ending gets a little silly. I'll give them this. They fooled me with the ending, thinking it was the ex-wife.
True.
I did think that
I
was
agree,
the
I was
ex-wife.
fooled too. I mean, I expected Stallone to come out and save her, but I didn't expect it
100%.
to be him. And I guess it was a good callback to the beginning.
Yeah. So a little bit of
his undercover skills.
a little bit of foreshadowing sprinkled throughout the movie. You know?
Yeah.
We were guessing before we looked up the reviews. We wanted to, rate this. What do the reviews have to say? So I said somewhere between a 16 and 7% was where I suspected this movie would fall. I think Pat's specific number was 66%.
That was my estimate.
His estimate. So Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 70%. IMDb.
Well, we were pretty close.
Yeah, 6.4 out of 10, and then Metacritic 56. So we were kind of hit it spot on, I'm not going to lie. If you like Sylvester Stallone and you haven't seen this movie, you might want to check it out. If you're a pretty casual fan and you got the time, why not?
I guess it's an interesting movie to watch right now in this political climate.
True.
With scenes of cops beating people up.
Yeah, they had the one scene where they're in the tunnel, they're under the tunnel, and then the cop kind of ruined their
They were doing
or
like
whatever,
a sting,
like
and
a sting.
then these two uniformed cops, because they're like plainclothes undercover detectives, come and ruin their sting or their bus or whatever you want to call it, and they didn't take it well.
They got in a heated exchange.
Yeah. But that's that scene in the beginning where Billy Dee Williams, they break into that drug house, and Stallone's like, be cool, man, and Billy Dee Williams is beating the crap out of that guy with a gun.
Yeah, he had to hold him back. He's like, man, take it easy now.
I don't know what the message in this movie is supposed to be in terms of, police or just the message in general, because it's like in the beginning of the movie, Stallone is hesitant to kill. That's like his character arc.
True.
And then by the end of it, all the other cops and everything around him has convinced him that he should be able to kill more in the line of duty.
Yeah.
So
First he's going afraid that he's going to kill a hostage or a civilian or something. But then kind of as the movie progressed, as Pat's saying, he's just like, meh, I think I can kill him.
yeah. And they had that plot line come in where it was that he fought in the war in Vietnam, and he killed a lot of people in Vietnam. And I thought they were going to dive more into his psyche was affected, and that's why he doesn't want to kill now. But it just seemed like, because when he was questioned about it, he just said, well, that was war.
Yeah.
And it just seems like that was
just kind of
actually
brushed
just his
over it.
logic. It wasn't like, oh, I'm damaged, I don't want to murder anymore. It's just what's his actual logic? Just that was war and this isn't.
Oh, you know what? Probably the tipping point when Wolfgar slashes Fox in the subway, and then he feel responsible. He's like, "You should take the shot, bro." Then that was probably the tipping point where Deke was like, "Okay, now I have to take out this terrorist. Terrorism is bad."
Well said. I thought that subway chase sequence was actually pretty exciting.
It was a good chase sequence.
I thought that was well.
I like the stunts, going through the train, getting on and off. And
like that one where Stallone jumped into the back of a moving subway. I was like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he kicks in the glass, and then, police, get out of the way. That was cool.
There was a scene when that bus jumped off into the river.
Yeah,
that was
I'm sure that's like a one and done, right?
Yeah.
You only get one shot with that, so they said, let's make sure the cameras are rolling, and we got a good shot of this thing. The bus got some good air.
They have the lens cap on, sir.
movie had it was some cool stunts. Pretty typical 80s thriller.
Pretty basic 80s Stallone movie.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah. Less ridiculous than the movies he makes now. It really wasn't a super complex film, you know. It was pretty much like terrorist shows up, two badass policemen take him down.
Yeah.
I guess the terrorist aspect was pretty intense for the time, right?
Yeah.
Blowing up malls and shit.
Yeah, he had several attacks on some of these major cities.
Alright, any closing thoughts?
I think it was pretty intense, and especially for 81. Like I said, kind of gritty, especially the camera work too. I guess that helps kind of keep that theme unified. But
really the same plot as Dirty Harry, though.
Very similar to Dirty Harry. If you haven't seen that one, definitely check Dirty Harry out.
Yeah.
I think that was a better film.
This is like Dirty Harry light.
So if you're into that kind of cop, thriller, crime series genre, you know, definitely check out Dirty Harry. And if you like Stallone, like we said, check out Nighthawks. You might enjoy it. And so that's our review. Try to give you the facts. We gave you the spoiler warnings ahead of time, so you know.
Doing a little bit of lore.
A little bit of lore. Everyone loves some good lore. We'll see you next time, folks.